so you're prepping for that Unilag Econ exam? Huh? Must be hitting those books hard.
Yeah.
And hey, your lecture's right, Sometimes got to go a little beyond the textbook.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to do a deep dive into something called the Austrian theory of interest rates. I know what you're thinking. Sounds a bit dry, right? But trust me, this stuff gets really interesting when you start seeing how it connects to like what's happening in the world right now.
Right.
And for all you econ nerds out there, looking for some extra help, be sure to check out the e-learning tutor YouTube channel. Tons of great resources there.
Yeah, it's one of those theories that can really shift how you think about economics as a whole.
Absolutely. All right, so full disclosure, we're working with some pretty focused sources today.
Yeah.
Which is actually great for us.
Okay.
Because we can really unpack this whole Austrian theory thing. So can you break it down for us? What's the core idea here?
Sure. So at its heart, the Austrian theory says that interest rates aren't just about supply and demand for money.
Okay.
They're about time. Yeah, specifically how much people value having something now versus waiting for it.
Interesting. So you're saying
Yeah, right.
my impatience or patience
Yeah.
actually plays a role in the entire economy.
Exactly.
Explain that one.
All right, so think of it this way.
Okay.
If you're willing to delay gratification and save your money,
Hmm.
you're basically saying my future needs are important to me.
Okay.
That willingness to save sends a signal. And according to the Austrian theory, a lot of people saving means there's a higher preference for future consumption. This leads lenders to demand a higher return, a higher interest rate, to convince them to part with their money today.
Yeah, it's interesting. So it's almost like this paradox. More savings, which we usually think of as a good thing,
Yeah,
could actually lead to higher interest rates. And isn't that usually a sign that money is tight?
exactly. That's where the Austrian theory really challenges some of those traditional views.
Okay.
It's not just about how much money is out there. It's about how people value present versus future consumption. So imagine a booming tech industry
Right.
where everyone's saving to invest.
Right.
To get those savings turned into loans for new businesses, companies might have to offer 8% interest instead of the usual 5%,
Wow.
just to make giving up that money today worthwhile.
Okay, now that is something I can see coming up on an exam.
Right.
So if I'm understanding this right, a sudden increase in savings could actually lead to higher interest rates, at least according to the Austrian theory.
Exactly.
That's definitely something to keep in mind, not just for your exam, but for understanding how the world works, too.
Absolutely. And the theory can help make sense of things like inflation, too.
Oh, really?
You see, if the government prints more money, it can artificially lower interest rates,
Okay.
making it seem like people are more patient and want to save more.
Mm-hmm.
But this can lead to overinvestment. And eventually, inflation, as those cheap loans, lead to an oversupply of goods that people don't actually want right now.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just about saving at the individual level. It connects to bigger economic forces. And this has really given me a whole new way to think about things. All right, so that about wraps up our deep dive into the Austrian theory of interest rates. We covered a lot of ground today, but I want to leave you with something to chew on as you continue studying for that Unilag exam. If this Austrian theory is on point, what does that mean for you? Does it change how you think about saving, investing, even spending? It's a fascinating question to ponder. And remember, if you want to explore further, the e-learning tutor YouTube channel is a great resource. Good luck with those exams. You got this.